Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to give you my updates about few new products. I'm gonna update you like a couple of things. Mostly there are foundation eyeshadow palettes because that is what I am actually reviewing it since a long time. So before Ramadan, whatever I tried new products and whichever I liked a lot, I'm just going to give you reviews on that. Mostly these are the products which I have used a lot. A lot. There are few things which I have recently also reviewed on my channel, so I'm gonna give you, I think there are 2 or 3 which I reviewed before Ramadan, and there were few things which I couldn't actually review but I used it a lot. Today is gonna be my updated review or updates, whatever you want to call it. So I should let you know guys whether what product I'm using most or which products I'm not liking it anymore. I should obviously let you know guys. So if you are new here to my channel, my name is Sharmeen. I do makeup related videos, reviews, tutorials, everything related to makeup. So if you are interested to watch the video, do subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. The link to my Instagram is also there in the description below. If you want, you can check it out. And without wasting time, let's begin. So firstly, I'm gonna share with you foundations which I was actually liking it a lot, because as you know I love a good dewy luminous foundation, so I have a couple of those. So firstly I have the Makeup Forever Reboot Illuminating Foundation. I actually got it like when it released, but I couldn't actually review it because Ramadan, so I couldn't actually review that, but I used it a lot. Even on Eid I actually used this foundation, and it is a very beautiful foundation. It has a pump, which is great because I don't really like the foundation which doesn't have a pump and you have to pour it on your hand. That is a mess, but I really like this foundation. It is very lightweight, very luminous. It looks like your skin, but it gives you a very natural beautiful glow. I really love this foundation. It's a bit expensive. It is actually very pretty. Honestly love this foundation a lot. I don't have any bad things to say about this foundation, and it has a lot of shades to choose from, and I have got the shade Y255, but I really love this foundation and I would highly recommend this foundation. Secondly, I don't want to give very detailed reviews. I'm just updating you, and I have used that foundation a lot. It's been like since I started using it, I have used it a lot, and I couldn't actually stop using, but I had to because I wanted to try other foundations as well. Then going on to the other favorite, this is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Dewy foundation. As you know, I love the Photofocus normal foundation. That is very pretty. Doesn't even take any effort to blend it on your skin. It is so good. It doesn't actually have a pump, but it has this spatula, and that's okay because I directly apply it. And I have the shade Classic Beige. This is a bit deeper for me because in that normal foundation I use the Buff Bisque, and this is Classic Beige. This is a little bit deeper for me, but I couldn't find the similar shade. I don't know whether the shades are different in both the ranges, I'm not sure, but I couldn't find that. But this is actually very pretty. This is, if you compare it from both, this is my favorite because it is much thinner than the Reboot foundation from Makeup Forever. This is very beautiful. Your skin looks like skin. It is very beautiful, very dewy, and if you use setting spray, it would take it to other level, but I really don't need a dewy setting spray on top of this. I just use a setting spray which will set my face, but this is very beautiful. And if you know, I just like to use just one layer of foundation. I don't like very full coverage, and this is full coverage, but I don't use 2 or 3 layers. I just use one layer, and I obviously love this a lot because this is cheaper than the Makeup Forever one. Here you might get it for less than 50 dirhams depending from where you are buying, but honestly this is very pretty. And this is the foundation. These 2 foundations are on my desk and I use it regularly because I love it a lot. Other foundations are there in the drawers bag, but these 2 are on my table, so you know it is my favorite foundation. Then lastly we have the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. I had reviewed it recently, but I have used it a ton, and that is what is on my skin. I have used just one layer, and honestly you can see my pimples, and you can see all this. I mean, it's pretty good and I really like it because very light coverage, you must have seen. And since that day I have used like a lot, because I don't know, it's actually pretty hot, so I'm actually liking this to use it for any makeup. Actually, I have done such a smoky look, but still I have used this and it looks really pretty on the skin, and I would highly recommend it. I got the shade 25 in light medium neutral. It is not very expensive and it is not very affordable. It is in the mid range, but it is really good. And if you have dry to normal skin, this would be really pretty on the skin. Not for oily skin, because it might tend to make you more oily because it has a bunch of oils in it, but normal to dry skin people can obviously use it, and it has a bunch of shades, so I really like this one. Then going on to a highlighter, this is Wet n Wild Halo Blushlighter, and I have the shade After Sex Glow. I don't know why specifically this one has a different name on Beauty Bay, and on their actual website of Wet n Wild the name is different, so I'm not sure, but I think this is the medium one. So it has two shades. It has a highlighter shade and it has a blusher, which is also more of metallic finish, but the highlighter is actually very metallic. This is the new addition to their collection. Just swatch it and you can see how metallic this is. And even the blush is not that metallic, but if you can also use this blush as a highlighter if you have much deeper skin tone, but the highlighter is very metallic. And I usually don't use the blush on my entire cheeks. I just use it just little bit, just on the apples of my cheek, and on the high points I usually use this, and it is a very beautiful champagne color and it is very metallic. Wet n Wild highlighters are very affordable and they are very metallic, and they are far better than any high-end highlighters for sure, because I really love the Megaglo highlighter as well. That is also very metallic. Wet n Wild in general, as you know, is my favorite brand, so obviously there had to be a Wet n Wild product. But anyways, they have I think 3 shades. This is not available here on Lifestyle as well as Namshi, but if I can find it I'll put a link, but I got it from Beauty Base, so that link will be in my description. Firstly, we have the ABH Noir Vena collection. I had done a review obviously. So I mean, this is a very beautiful everyday kind of palette. I mean, it has very beautiful packaging. This is how the eyeshadow palette looks. I mean, it has a bunch of deeper bold pigments, but aside from that there is a bunch of shimmer metallic shades, which is pretty good. There is 2 glitter shades which you can use if you want to just transform your day look to night look. That is very pretty. I mean, I would love if there were more glitter shades, because these are really nice and very easy to use. You don't actually need to use glitter glue. I just used it like that, but it is pretty good. And these shades, if you see it as a whole, it looks actually really nice. Mattes are very soft, buttery. These shimmers metallic shades are much better. I mean, the other 3 palettes had shimmers, but they were not very metallic or shimmery, but these are really nice and very metallic. The shimmers are nice. The matte shades are very pretty and you can use it for every day. I mean, this is a very not basic, but it is a natural and very beautiful neutral eyeshadow palettes. I would highly recommend it, because as compared to the price point and the eyeshadow pans, this palette is a much better deal than the regular Anastasia palettes, because that has like 12 or 14 shades. This has like 25 shades, and the pan size is also huge in this, so I think these are really nice. I would highly recommend this. Then going on to the last makeup product, I have not given any updated review on the things which I really didn't like, because I wanted to do updated review on the things which I'm actually liking it. So we have the Natasha De Luna Bronze palette. This was the latest addition to my eyeshadow palette. The review videos is up. I'll put a link in the description, or I'll put a card here so you can check the review videos. So this is what I have used on my eyes today. I have used the eyeshadow palette to do my eye look. and you know I love halo eyes, so I've done that. So this is a very basic neutral palette. It has a bunch of matte shades and it has beautiful shimmer metallic and crystal chroma shades, so I actually really love this. The only downside was, it is not a downside, but if you want something very light for your inner corners, there wasn't any shade like that. But for today's look I have used this shade in my inner corners because that is more of a chroma crystal shade and that looks actually very pretty. I'm just going to swatch it. But if you don't mind that, I mean that is totally okay because it has a lot of shimmer shades and you have this deeper shade as well if you want something to deepen up your outer corners, or if you want to use something as an eyeliner. That is not a black shade but it works really well. So if you don't have something like this, you can obviously buy, but I'm not saying you need this in your collection. If you have something very similar, I mean all Natasha De Luna palettes usually has a lot of golden bronze shades in the palette, so if you already have them, obviously you can pass this palette. But I don't have any neutral palettes from her, I just have the Love palette and that is totally different. So I wanted this in my collection because it has a bunch of beautiful shimmer metallic shades. Obviously it is not necessary that you really need this. If you have something similar you can totally avoid it, but for the price point this is actually really nice and this is a very compact. The other palettes are very expensive, so this is a bit cheaper as compared to that one. But if you have any one of those, or if you have much neutral palettes from any brand, you actually don't need this. But I really loved it and I am using it a lot because the mattes are also pretty good for every day. So I really like this and it looks so nice. I mean there is a bunch of fingerprints, but anyways it looks really pretty. Then lastly I have one more thing, which is the face steamer, which I got from Amazon. I mean I really love it, but the only thing is that can be an advantage or disadvantage. I'll tell you about it. So this is the face steamer that I got from Amazon. I really like it because it is very easy to open. The only thing is you have to actually pour the water inside this. There is not any attachment that you have to attach for the water, and the thing is there is this measuring cup and you have like 50 ml of water. You actually have to pour just like 50 ml and it works for around just 5 minutes, not more than that. As soon as you pour it, you switch it on, the vapor starts coming, but it only works for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes the water is finished and there is no vapor, so it works for 5 minutes. I mean I really like using it because it works so well, but I mean I would love it if it would work like 10 minutes, and if this could be much bigger and I could pour like more water, that would be much better. But I mean there are other steamers as well which has like I think more capacity of water, but I'm okay with this and I have really used it like a lot of times and I'm going to use it again today. I really like it, so I thought I'll just update you guys about this. But I mean it is very compact, but it gets really hot, so just be careful about that. But it works for like just 5 minutes, so if you are okay with just 5 minutes of steam, I mean it's pretty good. 5 minutes is also much better, but if you want something more than 5 minutes you can obviously avoid it, or you can add more water. That is also an easy option. It is not any difficult option. But if you want something very continuous and you want for a much longer time, you can obviously go for something other steamers as well. But this, it works mostly just for 5 minutes, that's it, and it stops working after that. Yeah, that is actually all for today's video. I just wanted to give you few updated reviews, not updated reviews, I mean I just wanted to give you updates about these things, whether I'm using or not, or it is just sitting in my collection. But honestly these are all things which I am using a lot. So anyways guys, these were all the products which I was using a lot, so I just wanted to let you know guys about this because these are really great. The foundations are amazing. If you want to go for something, just one of these, I would prefer the Wet n Wild one because it is very cheap, and I mean they have a lot of shade range obviously, but I mean that is cheap, so you can, if you want, I mean one is high-end, one is drugstore. I mean it depends on you which one you want to buy, but I would prefer the Wet n Wild one. So anyways guys, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends and family. Do comment whether you have used any of these products or which is your favorite UV luminous foundation. Do let me know in the comments below and let me know what kind of videos you want to see. So anyways guys, I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.